What is going on, YouTube? It has been a hot minute since I've uploaded anything. I have been temporarily suspended again for the fifth time, sixth time. I can't even remember now. I do a full channel update, uninterrupted. I just speak my mind. I mean, I go off, but that's only on Rumble because I'm not going to give YouTube another chance to ban me. So you can head over there. Link is in the description below. Plus, it's good to support these free speech platforms, you know, Rumble, GETTR. So I highly recommend go over there, make an account, give me a follow if you so fancy. I'd appreciate it. But for now, we are going to get into a song that I've been waiting to review, but I was waiting until my band was finished. So I can finally upload now. This Samson dropped a new song. It's always a good day when Samson drops a new song. It is called What About Us, and I'm going to link it in the video, in the description below, so you can watch it uninterrupted because you guys know I'm going to talk over it. And without further ado, let's get to it. And here we go. If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Absolutely. I'm assuming he's talking about the government in that line, and yep, that's true. You know, you even get a lot of people who are, you know, pro-free speech, pro-Second Amendment, pro a lot of conservative principles. Like, well, why don't we just let them have this thing? They want to ban this thing here, ban that thing. Well, it's just one little thing. Never give the government any power. Power corrupts. I don't care who you are. It, by nature, corrupts. Never give them an inch.
Don't tread on me. Those are words that I stand by, homie. It doesn't mean I'm gangster. It doesn't mean I'm country. It means that my life is in my hands only. I don't have money for security. I don't have armed guards that I keep snug around me. You don't think I deserve protection like you do, and that means you don't give a fuck about me. Gated community, that's what you live in. Hatred and mutiny, that's what we live in. So come down here and hang with us for a minute. See if you leave with the same fucking opinion. Who's gonna help me out if I get robbed? What if somebody were to beat up my mother? Who's gonna be there to save our lives? You? Nah, me, motherfucker. I'm the only one that's got my back. It's dog eat dog. These are not no cats. There's cops in Michigan that can't even respond to the calls.
All right, nah, that's awesome. I'll go back for a second, but yeah, I mean that's right. Like we don't, if cops more times than not are there to get the body bags and put up the yellow tape. If someone broke into my house right now looking to kill me, if I call the cops, I exclusively wait for them to get here, I'm dead. There's a person in my house who's, you know, let's just say that's what we see the future, he's going to kill me. I call the cops, I'm dead. If I gotta wait for them, it's up to me to protect me and protect my family, which is why, like shown right here, it's great for everybody to learn how to use a gun, go get lessons. There's plenty of, wherever you live, I guarantee you there's somewhere around you where there's lessons to learn how to protect yourself. Even my sister, who I never thought would go buy a gun, recently bought one just with all the craziness that's happening, learning how to use it. It's good. It is a very good thing. It's up to us to protect us and protect our family, our loved ones.
What if somebody were to beat up my mother? Who's gonna be there to save our lives? You? Nah, me, motherfucker. I'm the only one that's got my back. It's dog eat dog. These are not no cats. There's cops in Michigan that can't even respond to the calls because the cars ain't got no gas. Great.
I heard about that. Yeah, oh, you showed it right there.
They'll arrive when you call them. The babies are starving. My girlfriend can't find a tampon, and yet somehow you and I are the problem. Somehow. I've never bought a gun without having my background scanned and approved. The only loophole I've seen on a gun is the one that you put a fucking lanyard through. It's not true that you can go to the...
Yeah, when I remember buying my first gun, and it's tons and tons of paperwork and background checks. So don't let anybody fool you, specifically on the left, that there's no background check. We need common sense background checks. We have them already. What are you talking about? I can't just walk in there and buy a gun and leave. It's not that easy. It was a lot of paperwork. My God. We have background checks, if that needs to be said 1,000 times over.
Can't find a tampon, and yet somehow you and I are the problem. Somehow. I've never bought a gun without having my background scanned and approved. The only loophole I've seen on a gun is the one that you put a fucking lanyard through. It's not true that you can go to the store and just swipe your card and get a Glock and run. It's funny, the people that say that shit have literally never even shot one. Dumbass. Hey, Matthew McConaughey. Shut the fuck up. Just cause you murder people on screen doesn't mean you know shit about guns, you dumb fuck. What, you worried about us? What about all of those violent movies that you played? How about you go talk to Alec Baldwin before you start telling me what to do, okay? Uvalde, I was horrified by it. That's your hometown, you were born right by it.
Yeah, it's like we're tired of these celebrities who have tons of bodyguards around them. They have walls, you know. I think even Tom McDonald says in a song, like, your favorite actor has a 15-foot wall in front of his house. They have their walls, they have their guns, their protection, but they don't want you to be able to protect yourselves. Don't you have bodyguards like me? Can't you afford that? We don't need guns here. No, everyday people need to rely on that. The single mother in the inner cities needs to have that. The person who knows the cops aren't going to get there nearly in time needs to be able to protect themselves, protect their family and their loved ones. And yeah, we law-abiding citizens should be able to use whatever we want at our disposal. That's what our founding fathers wanted. No, shall not be infringed. It was pretty clear. Shall not be infringed. I should be able to, be able to use whatever I can at my disposal legally, law-abiding citizen against someone who's going to kill me and my family. 100%.
Uvalde, I was horrified by it. That's your hometown, you were born right by it. It probably cuts deep, and I hope that it does, cause you work in an industry that glorifies violence. It's more your fault than it will ever be mine. Lord only knows how many crimes that you've influenced throughout your whole career, cause I've seen you kill people plenty of times. What do you think is gonna cause a shooting? A YouTube video of a gun review? Or a Hollywood murder scene that seems so realistic it looks like it's from the news? So next time that you wanna point your finger with a stupid opinion and chime in with it, remember, it ain't me that they're trying to be like, dog. It's you that they're trying to mimic. I feel way more safe in a place where the people are legally armed. If something happens like a mass shooting, I have a way less chance of being lethally harmed. The criminal is gonna think twice if he knows everybody is a piece underneath their clothes. And real life, it'll probably tell you different, but have you seen Chicago? And no, before you ask,
some of the strictest gun laws in the entire country, but yet there's shootings every single day. They're record numbers literally every single day. How many times do we hear, especially like on a holiday weekend, specifically holiday weekends seem to be like the biggest thing, record number of murders. It doesn't matter how strict their laws are. Surprise, criminals don't obey the law. They don't listen. They don't care. Look at that mall shooting. It was in a gun-free zone, which doesn't mean anything by law. Everyone's like, he broke the law. He didn't break the law. Gun-free zone. There was a guy who legally had a gun, stopped the mass shooter. In a few seconds, that mass shooter was able to kill 3 people. In a few seconds, the law-abiding citizen that took him down, amazing precision, amazing aim, was able to take him down. But just in a few seconds, look at the damage he did. If that guy wasn't there, the cops probably, the quickest, maybe 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. I know I was watching a video where they're doing an analyst on it and said about 50 or 60 people probably would have been dead if that kid wasn't there. The more law-abiding citizens we have who are armed, the better.
I don't want to be like Canada either, and I don't want to be like Australia. I'm sick of everybody using them as a humanity meter. There's a reason that they can do whatever they want to their citizens, like fucking throw them in camps. And there's a reason that our government doesn't even try that shit, because they know that they can't. If you don't think for one split second that if we didn't have our Second Amendment, the government wouldn't overstep its boundaries and make us do shit even when we're against it, you're out of your mind. I don't give a damn where you stand or how or what you vote. That's dandy and fine if you trust Uncle Sam, but I, for one, fucking don't. And why would I? What have they done? Give me a reason for me to believe them. They want to trade me a little security in exchange for a big ass piece of my freedom. They don't want to take away guns because they care about you and they want to keep you safe at night. They want to take away guns because it's easy to control people if they don't have any way to fight. Hey buddy,
100% facts. The reason they can't do this stuff that you see all around the world, that they can't have full-blown tyranny here, the only thing stopping them, the only thing, Second Amendment. That's it. That's the only thing. The stuff we see in Australia and China, they can't pull that shit here because of our Second Amendment. That is the only thing stopping them, the only thing. Because they would in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat they would.
What your little AR-15 gonna do if the government comes to take it? Well, Ukraine started handing out rifles to all of their citizens when the Russians invaded, so what about that? I thought it wouldn't help. I guarantee that it'd be better than nothing. I hope it never does, but if the day comes, I bet that you're gonna wish that you had something. This is the only country on earth where the people have real strength. And nowadays, with all the shit going on, it's the only thing that makes me feel safe. If there's anything that I've learned in the past couple years looking back at the pandemic, all of the shit that we have is fragile, and it could snap at any second. Fuck all of the politicians. I don't trust anything they say. Take the word gun out of gun control, and that's all that it is at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck how crazy you think that
Oh, let's go back. That was a good line.
Second. Fuck all of the politicians. I don't trust anything they say. Take the word gun out of gun control, and that's all that it is at the end of the day.
Take the word gun out of country. Yep, that's all it is. Control. They want to control you. their biggest push was COVID. They saw an opportunity. They're like, we may never get an opportunity like this ever again, to fully control these people, to lock down, to finally have, fully take control like we've always wanted. And they tried. It didn't work, thankfully. And it couldn't work because, again, Second Amendment. That's what's stopping them.
I don't give a fuck how crazy you think that I look or I sound when I say this shit, but our Second Amendment's the only thing that stands between us and a dictatorship.
Yeah, you just said it. Yeah. Facts.
And as for the kids, I'm not a security expert, so I won't act like one. But I think that if we can send over $50 billion to Ukraine, we could surely spend that much, or more, or less, here in our own country to fortify our schools and make them more secure so that every kid can get an education safe and sound.
Hell yeah.
Place
Oh, yeah.
several trained armed guards in every school across America. You know, real men who won't stand by for 45 minutes in the hallway while a shooting unfolds in front of their own eyes. And pay
That was sickening. I don't know how those cops can live with themselves for doing what they did. That was pure evil. Playing on their phones, laughing, using the hand sanitizer. They're evil people. I can't believe I'm using that word describing cops. I've always been a back to blue guy, but that is evil to know that children are being slaughtered in the other room. You don't try. You go, well, we didn't have the proper breaching equipment. Who gives a shit? You use your goddamn fist. You do whatever you can to get in that door. You don't even try, and the door ended up being unlocked too.
45 minutes in the hallway while a shooting unfolds in front of their own eyes. And pay them well, too. There's veterans that need the work. Why not protect our kids?
That might be the best idea I think I've ever heard for this whole security issue. Veterans that need the work. Samson for president.
Too. There's veterans that need the work. Why not protect our kids the same way that we protect you? Politicians are protected by guns. Celebrities are protected by guns. Every important person that walks this earth is protected by a gun. But our kids, they're important. Just not as much as you.
Damn. Whew. Go support this guy. Heck yeah. Yeah, like you just said at the end, we use guns to protect celebrities, to corrupt politicians, guns at airports, wherever else, but not schools. Like, oh, well, we shouldn't have to have armed guards at schools. Children should just be able to go to school unharmed. Yeah, that would be great. That would be wonderful. It would be great if we didn't even need security at airports, but unfortunately we do. There's evil people out there. There's deranged people, sick people, mentally ill people. And it sucks, but there are people out there who are, just want to kill people, want to hurt people. And I wish it wasn't like that, but it is. And unfortunately, a hot spot is schools. And they target schools a lot because, one, children aren't going to be able to fight back. They're sitting ducks in that classroom. They know that they're a gun-free zone. And what that means to a shooter is nobody's going to stop me. There's no guns here besides mine that's going in. Gun-free zones have to be the dumbest idea ever in the history of existence. Gun-free zones, that's literally just telling the shooter to come kill us. That's literally it. What's going to stop a gun-free zone or a sign saying we're fully armed and we will shoot you if you try to hurt these children? What's going to stop them? Thankfully there's schools in Florida that are arming up now, AR-15s, a couple other places too that are training the teachers. Look, the veterans that need the work, like Samson said, and maybe even ex-cops, whatever it may be. There's plenty of people who get hired, there's plenty of security. We're giving billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine and other places, but not caring about here, what's happening. That's why people like Trump so much. It was America first. It was putting us first. Not America only, but America first. We have so many problems here on our own soil, and we're giving money all over the place. That's why we need to get real leadership back in the White House, not a freaking corpse doing some Weekend at Bernie's thing. That dude's dead.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was in the foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping.
We got to get back on track. Guns are not the issue. You can put all the laws you want. It doesn't matter. Shootings will still happen. Ban, assault weapons, as they say, weapons of war. There's still going to be shootings. It's still going to happen. When they're like, well, let's ban more then. Let's ban handguns. Let's keep on banning. Now we'll confiscate all the guns. It only hurts law-abiding citizens. That is it. Samson did such a hell of a job on this music video. Amazing job. A great song, great lyrics. I'm trying to think of this as my favorite song from it. I mean, I'm kind of hyped up from it right now. I got to listen to it a couple more times after this, but it's definitely a top 3 for me for Samson. You did an excellent job with this. Let me know in the comments what you think about Samson. What do you think about what he had to say? Do you agree? Do you disagree? How do you like the veteran ID? I personally love that. I think that's brilliant. I haven't heard that pitched yet besides Samson. I think it's an excellent idea. Just let me know in the comments. And I have been uploading more and more to Rumble, as you guys know. Go over to Rumble, watch my channel update. I explain everything over there. And you can follow me on my social media pages. It's the best way to keep up with me. Instagram, whatever else is down there. True Social. I'm part of so many I forget now. And I appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe if you want to support the video. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you next time.